Hi, I'm Jeanne Krull with Veeam Software here talking to Tom Harwoord today from AWS about our partnership. So Tom, can you tell us a little bit more about why a customer would want to consider an AWS plus Veeam solution?
Essentially what I'm hearing from customers is they're really excited about the ability to leverage data for competitive advantage, and there doesn't seem to be any shortage of means to redefine their business with that data. So together AWS and Veeam are here to help them address some of the challenges they may face in that. Veeam and AWS are both best-in-class solutions for being able to back up to the cloud and then being able to recover that data regardless of whether it's back into AWS, whether it's on-prem, wherever the customer's requirements may be for that to fall. And AWS and Veeam together are really working to make backup to the cloud affordable and easy. So things that, whether it's something that's accidentally been deleted that can be restored, or whether it's something more malicious like a ransomware attack and more extensive.
Oh, absolutely. I guess what I really love about it is the flexibility that is inherent in the cloud, and that it brings both to the Veeam platform and to our customers' environments when they work with AWS.
Absolutely.
But can you tell us a little bit more about what you think the value of the relationship is to the end customer?
I think the biggest differentiator for the end customers is really that bidirectional engineering relationship that we have and that better together experience that we deliver. Take something as simple as like ransomware, for instance, that has completely redefined backup for disaster recovery purposes. So now instead of just backing up with disaster recovery and expecting a data set to be there to recover from that it doesn't have any problems with it, with ransomware, you actually have to look at a cyber response angle to it. Maybe that backup has been compromised and you're actually reinfecting your environment. So we have been working tightly with Veeam on their 3-2-1-1-0 strategy. That's 3 copies of data, 2 media types, and 1 of those copies offsite, preferably in AWS cloud. Veeam also goes ahead and adds an insurance that makes sure that there was 0 backups or backup errors on that particular backup, and then making sure that the data is immutable. So data immutability is really key for our customers to be able to recover in the event of a ransomware attack. Essentially what it does is it leverages write once, read many technologies, or WORM as they call it. And what that does is ensure that that backup copy cannot be changed or deleted by anyone for a certain period of time. It's also, as was called out in the keynote, a key requirement to achieving cyber insurance, which is really difficult for customers to get. Premiums are going up, deductibles are going up, so having an immutable copy there that they can show the auditors to say, I can absolutely recover my data from this copy is key.
So I think it's always great to hear about the art of the possible, but do you have a specific customer example that you can share to really help make it real for people watching this? You understand, okay, here's how another customer experienced the value of the partnership and what they were able to do as a result.
I think probably the best example that I can recall is Maritz, and they co-presented with Veeam at AWS reInvent. Maritz is a billion-dollar global company that takes behavioral sciences and mixes in data analytics to develop business performance solutions. And at reInvent, they gave one of the examples of a large automotive manufacturer that stores all their data on a database. Now, Maritz had previously had a legacy backup solution, and for some reason, it started stunning these databases. So every time I went to back it up, it would suspend the service. And it wasn't just this global manufacturer, it was partner loyalty rewards for a global airline. So companies and services that cannot go down, they run 24/7, so the stunning was unacceptable. They were also facing some significant restore times. It was taking them up to 3 to 4 hours to restore a single VM. And like every other company out there, they were concerned about their vulnerability to ransomware. So what they were doing was looking for a solution that would help them address all those. So they considered a couple options. They ended up going with Veeam on AWS, which enabled them to back up terabytes or petabytes of data, supporting over 1,000 VMs. And they reduced their restore times from hours to minutes. They were also able to leverage Veeam's unique encryption capabilities. So it encrypts data before it's backed up, while it's in transit to AWS, and then once it's in the cloud at rest within AWS.
Yeah.
And then the final piece was they were able to actually create those immutable backup copies, so they were assured that they did have a copy that was completely recoverable, that was free of any type of ransomware.
That's perfect. Thank you for sharing examples to make it real for everyone.
Thanks for the time. I greatly appreciate it.
Anytime. We're always happy to have you back.